Friends, winter means a festive mood. As soon as the winter breeze hits, we see weddings, picnics, Christmas, New Year celebrations, and along with that, lots of delicious food, fun, laughter, and joy. That's why winter is a favorite season for all of us. But just like a coin has two sides, winter also has some downsides along with the good. Science says if your blood cholesterol and triglyceride levels are high and you don't take precautions, your risk of a heart attack can increase by up to 50%. That's why you might notice that we hear more news about heart attacks in winter compared to other seasons. In today's video, I will discuss why the risk of a heart attack increases so rapidly as soon as winter arrives, especially if your cholesterol and triglyceride levels are high. We will discuss the precautions that cholesterol and triglyceride patients should take during winter to avoid this risk. We will also talk about certain foods that can further increase the risk of a heart attack for these patients. So watch the video till the end with full attention because today's video is going to be extremely important for you and me. The science behind winter heart attacks. Let's start by understanding why the risk of a heart attack increases in winter if you have high cholesterol, high triglycerides, or high blood pressure. What is the scientific reason behind this? First of all, our body temperature drops in winter. As soon as the body temperature drops, our body's automatic defense mechanism constricts the blood vessels and arteries on the surface of a skin to maintain body heat. Now, to circulate blood through these constricted or narrow pathways, the heart has to work much harder and pump more vigorously. This creates high pressure on the walls of the blood vessels, which can significantly increase blood pressure. Now, if you already have high cholesterol, blockages in your arteries, or issues like high blood pressure, this extra pressure during winter can greatly increase your risk of a heart attack and put you in danger. Blood density and heart health. The second reason is that blood density increases in winter. This happens because the platelets in our blood become stickier in cold weather, increasing blood thickness and the chance of blood clots, which significantly raises the risk of a heart attack. The third reason is if your heart is already weak. Suppose you have some kind of heart problem. In such a situation, when your blood vessels constrict in winter and the heart has to pump harder to circulate blood through those narrow paths, the heart might not be able to handle that unbearable pressure. This can greatly increase the risk of a heart attack. Imagine you have atherosclerosis or blockages in your heart arteries due to high cholesterol or triglycerides. In this condition, when those arteries shrink or constrict and the heart starts pumping harder, the blockages might rupture due to the constriction and high blood pressure, which can lead to bleeding and blood clots, which is a major cause of heart attacks. Now the question is, if you have high cholesterol or triglycerides, any heart problems, or are a high blood pressure patient, what precautions should you take to avoid the risk of a heart attack this winter? First and foremost, you need to maintain your body temperature. The easiest way to do this in winter is to dress warmly. Always wear sweaters, hats, scarves, or shawls. If you live in a place where it gets extremely cold, you should dress in layers. Wear a thin warm layer inside and a sweater on top. This helps maintain your body temperature better. The second precaution is to avoid extremely cold places. Suppose you have a habit of going for a morning walk. That's a very good habit. But if you have heart issues, high blood pressure, or high cholesterol and triglycerides, you shouldn't go for a walk early in the morning on very cold days. Instead, wait for the sun to come out or go for a walk a bit later in the day. You can even opt for an evening walk. Next, don't jump out of bed immediately after waking up. A sudden change in body posture can increase your blood pressure and significantly raise the risk of a heart attack or brain stroke. Also, if you have any respiratory issues like asthma, bronchitis, pneumonia, or if you already suffer from COPD, chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, these problems tend to worsen in winter. All these conditions reduce your breathing capacity. Breathing difficulties can lower your oxygen levels in your body. And when oxygen levels drop, the risk of a heart attack increases significantly. So if you notice any respiratory problems, take precautions immediately and consult a doctor. Many people exercise heavily in winter to keep warm or because they eat more and want to avoid gaining weight. But excessive exercise or hard labor can also increase your heart attack risk. Winter also means festivities, and festivities means late nights, returning home late, staying up all night. And staying up means disturbed sleep. Science says that lack of adequate sleep can also increase the risk of a heart attack. So keep all these precautions in mind to avoid heart attacks. But the question remains, what foods can increase a heart attack risk? First on the list of foods rich in saturated fats. Festivals and weddings mean rich, oily foods cooked with butter, ghee and cream. All these foods contain high amounts of saturated fats. Also, deep-fried foods like fritters, samosas, kachoris and jalebis contain a lot of trans fats. These saturated and trans fats can easily raise your cholesterol levels in your blood and significantly increase the risk of a heart attack. Secondly, sugary foods. It's natural to eat sweets during festivals. I'm not telling you to stop eating sweets completely, but if you eat sweets in excess, even if you don't have diabetes, it can cause insulin resistance in your body. This insulin resistance causes inflammation in your arteries, increasing the chance of blockages and raising the risk of heart attack and brain stroke. So, try to consume tea and coffee in moderation during winter. You should avoid salty foods as much as possible. We know that salty foods contain high amounts of sodium, and sodium significantly increases blood pressure. If you are a heart patient or already have high blood pressure, eating salty foods can raise your blood pressure even more, increasing the risk of a heart attack. So, try to eat as little salt or salty food as possible. Many people think drinking alcohol keeps the body warm in winter. While alcohol might temporarily dilate your blood vessels, the uncontrolled fluctuations in blood pressure and irregular heart rate can greatly increase your heart attack risk. Also, try to avoid red meat as much as possible. Red meat includes beef, mutton, lamb, and pork. These meats produce a compound in our body called triamine N-oxidase, which significantly increases the risk of arterial blockages and gradually raises the risk of a heart attack. So, if you have high cholesterol or triglycerides, are a high blood pressure patient, or have coronary heart disease, you must keep these things in mind during winter. I hope you found today's video helpful and informative. If you liked it, friends, please like the video. If you haven't subscribed to our Healthcription YouTube channel yet, I request you to subscribe and stay with us. See you very soon with another informative and interesting video like this. Till then, take care of yourselves. I wish you good health and a long life. Thank you.